Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to Flixet. Now, we all know Heard and Depp began dating around the end of 2011 or the start of 2012. It was also in 2012 that Depp and longtime partner Paradis publicly announced their separation after 14 years of dating. Depp and Heard married in a very private ceremony in their home in LA in 2015. On May 23, 2016, Heard filed for divorce from Depp and also obtained a temporary restraining order against him. She alleged that Depp had physically abused her during their relationship, and said it was usually while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. However, a police spokesman told People that an investigation into the domestic incident radio call found that no crime had taken place. Depp denied these accusations and, through his representative, said Heard was attempting to secure a premature financial resolution by alleging abuse. And you know the rest. Before we tell you about the closing statement of Depp's lawyer, please make sure you've pressed that red subscribe button along with a tiny bell icon to enter into our monthly shoutout giveaway. Just comment down below saying I subscribed and we will enter you into the giveaway. Now, Depp is fighting News Group Newspapers, the publisher of The Sun, in court over a 2018 article in which they called him a wife-beater in reference to Depp and Heard's former marriage. Depp is suing both the publisher and The Sun's executive editor, Dan Wootton. Dan Wootton, over an article published on The Sun's website on the 27th of April 2018, with the headline, "Gone Potty, How Can J.K. Rowling Be Genuinely Happy Casting Wife-Beater Johnny Depp in the New Fantastic Beasts Film?" Depp's former partners Vanessa Paradis and Winona Ryder signed written witness statements saying he had never been violent to them, and several current or former employees gave evidences supporting Depp. Ryder wrote, "The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations." Meanwhile, Paradis wrote that Heard's accusations are nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say he was never violent or abusive to me. The Sun's lawyer, Sasha Wass, asserted to a London court that there's overwhelming evidence of domestic violence or wife-beating behavior, cataloged over a 3-year period. Permeating all of the evidence in this case is the character of Mr. Depp himself, his well-documented evidence of violence and destruction over his adult life which have occurred when he was under the influence of drinks and drugs, Wass said Monday. Around 30 fans of the actor were gathered in the main hall of the Royal Courts of Justice and screamed as the 57-year-old Hollywood star entered the building on the final day of the most high-profile British libel case so far in the 21st century. The biggest English libel trial of the 21st century ended on Tuesday after 3 weeks of high drama, claims of brutal violence, and sensational revelations about a violent Hollywood marriage. In closing submissions, his lawyer, David Sherborne, said Depp was no wife-beater. He accused NGN and Mr. Wootton of acting as both judge and jury, said the article was not researched at all, and that it was presented in a deliberately and wholly one-sided manner. Mr. Sherborne accused Heard of being a compulsive liar. In his final remarks, Mr. Sherborne said, "What is important to Mr. Depp is clearing his name of these appalling allegations, expanded on as it has been over the last 4 years, as a result of which he has lost nothing less than everything," he would say. When I say he's lost everything, to him, obviously everything is his reputation. This is not about money, this is vindicating him. Mr. Sherborne told the court it is common ground that Miss Heard's credibility is key, adding, "It is the defendants who bear the burden of proof. We say from the big points even to the smaller ones. Miss Heard has proven herself to be a wholly unreliable witness and, frankly, a compulsive liar, and I don't say that lightly. Firstly, she has lied about the incidents, tailoring her story to meet the evidence adduced against her, changing dates or splitting incidents where the evidence disproving her account required her to do so, rather than admit what is untrue. Secondly, she has added further details to incidents, details nowhere referred to in any of the vast amount of documentation gathered in this case. Thirdly, Miss Heard has invented incidents, whole incidents, sometimes based around retro-engineering texts, and they've come out of nowhere." Earlier, Mr. Sherborne had referred to evidence given by Miss Heard that Mr. Depp had thrown his former girlfriend Kate Moss down the stairs. The lawyer said, "In yet another moment of unscripted malevolence, she tossed in a total lie, namely that she was scared for her sister and, terrified, punched Mr. Depp because in that moment she remembered a rumor about Kate Moss." Mr. Sherborne said it was a gratuitous and totally invented reference to Miss Moss and told the judge there was no better example of the nature of the witness whose credibility the defendant's case is so heavily dependent on. David added, "I'm sorry. There are many victims of domestic violence and different situations, but this is a huge disservice to those genuine victims, as well as the Me Too movement, for Miss Heard to count herself as one of them, as she plainly does." During his closing remarks, Mr. Sherborne referred to evidence of Mr. Depp's drinking and drug use, saying the actor never denies taking controlled drugs or consuming alcohol. He admitted it, and if occasionally he was mistaken or forgot exactly when he stopped taking something, it is quite hard to see why that would make any material difference given how candid he has been about his use of certain substances, Mr. Sherborne said. The defendant's case has to be more than that he took controlled drugs or that he consumed alcohol. He added, "This court requires compelling and cogent evidence before it will find that an allegation that someone is guilty of a serious criminal offense is true." Well guys, I hope you liked this video. Share your thoughts about those closing statements in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. With that being said, we'll see you in the next video.